Hey YouTube, Bob Augusto here at Shoulda Coulda Woulda. As you can see back there, the ZG has been completed. There's actually a couple of more projects that I wanted to go through it. I wanted to do the rear brakes and I wanted to sync the carburetors. So over the next couple of videos I'm going to show you how to do that. It was actually a fun project to do. It'll put the bike, it'll make it ready for the summer. I expect to be doing a lot of fun with it. I'm going to change the tire out. So let's get started with that and we'll go through the process. Hey YouTubers, Bob Augusto at Shoulda Coulda Woulda. I'm actually doing my fourth video now. The first three videos was a compilation how I took the front end of this Concours, the ZG1000, 1987 model, apart, replaced the neck bearings, the front wheel bearings, rebuilt the front end on the bike, put it together. And a couple of things that I had noticed when I was editing the video was the audio was not as good as I wanted it to be. It was actually quite noisy. I'm sure if you guys watch the videos, you know what I'm talking about. First time that I tried to make my own videos. I guess they turned out okay for a person who's done it once in their life. But I'm going to be trying a different method this time. I have a Bluetooth. I have a Bose headset, and I'm connected Bluetooth into my phone. So I'm actually creating a separate audio file with it. So that should be a lot more smoother, a lot clearer, I'm hoping, for the audio. I've listened to my voice through the Bluetooth headset, and it sounds pretty good. So that ought to be good. Next project I'm going to be doing on this bike, and this will probably be the last project, is I'm going to change out the rear wheel. I'm going to do the rear brakes. I'm going to clean up the differential a little bit. Swing arms, I'm going to grease the rear suspension, and this puppy will be ready for the summer. It's 22 degrees out, and it's March 8th. So I got the itch. I want to go riding, but Mother Nature is not cooperating with us. I wouldn't take this on the road probably for the first couple of good rains on the warm days, and then I'll be good to go. I'm itching to ride this thing. I did the whole front end on it, and I'm just hoping that I see a result with it. Brand new tire, the whole bit. The rear tire will be new as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this approach. I'm going to approach this a little different. I'm not going to show you detail as I did the front. It was just so much video, so much to cut in and out. I'm basically just going to narrate on it, and I'm just going to show you the highlights of what it takes to take this stuff apart. The rear wheel on this bike is pretty straightforward. The brakes are pretty straightforward as well. So there'll probably be a lot of stills I'll move in through here as I do the explanation. Excuse me. And that'll be about it. I'm not going to go into an extensive cleaning. I'm not going to take it apart any more than it needs to be taken apart. Okay, hope you enjoy this, and hopefully this whole syncing with the audio and stuff works properly. I've checked out the techniques. I played around with the techniques. It seems to be okay, so hopefully I'm in sync. All right, let's get started. Okay, so just to give you a recap of the bike, the whole front end's been done. Everything's all nice and clean and pretty. It's ready to go. It's in good shape. The whole cluster, the instrument, everything, all set. And I saw a little voltage meter there. Fires right up. Runs good, runs strong. So what I'm going to change out here is I'm going to change out the caliper. I have the caliper off of a parts bike that I have. And I'm going to rebleed the rear brakes, which will be up in here. Get rid of this bolt here. Pull the axle out. And on this side of the bike, the wheel should come right off. And this diff has seen better days. It's really, really, really weathered. It's lost a lot of its paint. So I think I'm just going to go in there and doll that up, put a decent clear coat on it. The rear wheel is the rear wheel here. It's got the new rubber. It's in really good shape. The rim's been cleaned. All the clear coat's been taken off. All the weathering's been taken off. It's got brand new rear wheel bearings. Same procedure as the front. No big surprises there. They're just slightly larger. And that'll be it. So it'll be the seat, side cover. I'm going to take the brake apart, hang it off to the side. I actually have this piece right here I painted. That'll go on as a clean piece. I have this pin to come out. That bolt comes out, axle comes out, and there you go. One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to serve suspension, and I'm going to grease the swing arms. Can't see anything from here, but I'm going to grease all the swing arms and all the shock, all the greasable movements within that swing arm area will be maintenanced. I'm also going to change out the rear end fluid, and that's it. It'll be an oil change, and I'm going to be ripping through the twisties with it. Okay. All right. Something else I wanted to talk about. I guess what I might want to do here, I think I want to take this pipe out, actually both sides. I hope I'm not opening up a can of worms here, but there's a bolt right here. If I loosen that bolt out, it'll come off like a slip off. I take that bolt out there, and then I'll be able to just work this pipe out of here. Reason why I want to do that is because I don't know if you can see it, but this diff is pretty messed up. I've been kind of going at it with the Scotch-Brite, trying to clean it up, and that's not that it's dirty. It's the paint that's peeling off. So I want to get the I want to take the pipe off so I can gain better access to this piece, and I want to clean it up. I really don't want that looking like that, especially since the wheel that's going in is going to be just like mint. Another thing too with this pipe, as you can see here, this is like some kind of, I don't know, it's plated. It's not painted. It's actually some kind of plating, some kind of metal paint or whatever. I think it's a plating of some type, but it's coming off. It is coming off. It's a shame. It's not in that bad a shape. That could be usually dressed up to look better. I have another set of pipes here. I don't even know if they're in better shape or not, but I got to come up with a solution to address that because I'm not happy with it. I could probably come in here with a wire brush, clean that up too, and that can only be done with the pipes out. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to film doing that. I'll tell you right now, it is cold in here today. I am running the heater. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. But I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and that'll be the start of the project. That's where I'll begin the project. Go ahead and crack on this. I hope I don't mess up the seals. I hope it just cooperates for me. Oh boy. Well, that's like pissing in the wind. There was a nut on the back of that, and I let go. So talk about spinning your gears. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. This sucks. I don't want to sit on the floor. All right. That ain't coming out. That ain't coming out. It's going to have to be broken out. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's get some TV blaster. Not sure if that's even going to help this. That's a disappointment. That's another disappointment. That's it for overnight. That's all I can do. Ah, there we go. I don't know if you're seeing me, are you? Yeah, PB Blaster is the best stuff in the world, as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you right now, I don't need to get any loose. That clamp slide. It's nice and loose. So it's holding nothing. It's clamping nothing. Yeah. Wow, I'm an old man. Okay, taking nothing for granted here. I got to be very careful. Like I said, the front came apart as it was supposed to. But the rear, that's another story. So this is so scary. We got a nut to put in? I do. I didn't really think it would be nut and bolt, but I guess it is. Yeah, it would be nut and bolt here. Okay. Let's see if I don't mess up the gaskets. That's it. Worried about that gasket in there. That's okay. That sleeve is still good. Good. Down.
Okay, now the next step here is we're going to remove this caliper. So I got a number 8 hex, basically put it into these two hex bolts here that are on the caliper holder, caliper bracket. Pop that out, caliper swings off to the side, it's done. There it is, completed, and we've got to move on from there. Very quick, very easy. It's a serviceable part during the wheel. Okay, for the next step here, we're going to start working on taking the rear wheel off. So I need to loosen the nut on the other side with this bolt here. This nut has to come out. It's 1 1/4 inch that I'm going to use. I don't have a metric that big. Pull the cotter pin out. Slides right out of there. Put the nut on. Put a wrench on the other side. And there you go. Okay. So correction here. I'm actually using a 1 1/16 socket here to take the axle bolt out. It's torqued in there pretty good, so you may want to put a wrench on the other side. But it's basically cut and dry here. You put this on, put a little muscle behind it, whack the bolt out, and voila. The next step will be to tap out the axle bolt and pull the rear wheel.
Okay, well, day 2. It's the worst time of year for me. I was feeling kind of crappy last night. I managed to get a lot of the bike apart. I think we're at a point now where I'm just going to do some cleaning on it. in around the diff. There's some buildup around the rear shock. There's some buildup. I'm going to spend a little time on that this morning, and once I'm done with that, put on my nitrile gloves, get it all cleaned up, do a little painting here on the diff body. I'm not sure. Put a paint job, some clear coat, etc. Clean it all up. Got a lot of the outside done, but I needed to get the wheel off to get on the inside, get all up underneath there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to assemble it. This is going to be a quickie. I'll just show the highlights of it. It's kind of a no-brainer. Maybe I get a little detail into doing the diff fluid. Got the exhaust off it, so this is all exposed for me to do what I want to get done. And then this thing will be ready for the summer. So that's where I'm at right now, guys.
So as you can see here, cleaned up the whole shock articulating assembly here. I've accessed, there was actually quite a lot of buildup through the years. I don't know if this has ever been cleaned, but I've now made accessible all the grease fittings. There are several grease fittings. Most of them are on this side. There's actually one above on the other side, on the upper arm. The diff has been cleaned. It's been degreased. I got up in there, all the armatures and swing arm and all that. That's all been degreased. So we're at the time we're gonna start preparing, getting this put back together. So I just did some masking, put some plastic bags around the armatures, and I hit it with a ceramic caliper paint. I'm not sure the lighting here isn't very good, but it looks really good. I haven't even clear coated it at this point, but what we're looking at here is a night and day difference. A little bit of scuffing, a little bit of elbow grease, and the result is quite dramatic, quite staggering. We'll move on.
Well, that came out a hell of a lot better. That came out a hell of a lot better. That's pretty good. I'll take that. All right. So the rear wheel's installed. Nice and smooth. Diff looks good. So that's that. The rear castle nut here, axle bolt, 80 foot-pounds. Caliper mount, caliper strut. It's coming along. Okay. All right, so this will take an 8. One there, and one there. Looks good. That looks good.
Okay, so there's a grease fitting right there. Just finished greasing that up. Some high temperature berry grease that I use. I've never had any issues with using that. Nice sticky grease. There's the 3 fittings at the bottom there. There was one on the top. There it is right there. The suspension's been greased. Air has been put into the shock. The rebound or the preload's all set.
Finished product. This bike is exhaust is on. This bike is ready for riding. I think I might just do a tune on the carbs. I think I might just do a tune on the carbs. Be done with it. He's cold. Yeah.
a wrap.
I think I'm recording. Yeah, I suppose I'm recording. Hey guys, I just noticed as I was cutting the video here, the pieces that showed me do the differential and the brake bleeding, they never made it. I had some sort of GoPro glitch, so I wasn't able to retrieve any of that information. So the brakes were bled, obviously, and the diff fluid was changed. If it's something you guys want to see, you can leave me a comment below, and I could do a a side video on just doing that. It's pretty cut and dry. I mean, we've all bled brakes and we've all changed our diff fluids. But if it's something you think you'd want to see, let me know. I could do that. I appreciate you watching. Hey, if you like what you're seeing on this channel, I'm working on it, so I should be getting better. I'm going to be having much more content about me riding. I'm actually planning to do a cross-country trip this summer on my bike, so I'm gathering gear for motorcycle camping, some backpack hiking. I want to go do the Grand Circle and all that. It's quite a ride here from being from New Hampshire, so it's going to be an epic journey for me. Certainly a bucket list item. Always wanted to do that. So if something you'd like to see and you'd like to see how that evolves throughout the summer, hit the subscribe button and you can click the bell, and the bell will let you know anytime new content's put up on this channel. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Have a great one.